Okay, so how can we better facilitate hearing from hard-to-reach children and young people? Give every child a voice so we can learn to better plan and deliver services for them.
Can you say this one again? How can we hard to reach children
and young people? How can we better facilitate learning from them? To give every child a voice so that we can learn to be.
Yeah, it really depends. And who is asking? Is this like an organization question, or because it's so different in your home situation?
I would guess that's probably an organization question or a teacher question, maybe, because.
And it's so different for every organization and for every child and for every level. But I think for if you're a school, make sure that you're. Can I sit there? Then I no. I sit there because then I can look at you and at the. Otherwise, I'm all right. If you're a school, make sure you listen to the children you're working with. And if that's a school, then it's the school children. If it's an organization helping children, then you have the group of children you're working with.
So maybe relating that to how you do your work, Tako. Yeah. So you're often going into areas where you're probably talking to some of the most hard to reach children. Yeah. How do you approach that type of work?
The most difficult is like for governments, because they're all the way up there and they're making laws or processes for the children down there, and it's really hard to keep that line. And what I do, how I find those children, is you work with the organizations on the ground. For example, the children in Lebanon, it was a hard job getting there. And the moment we got there, it wasn't even sure we were allowed to film, and we got all the permissions, and because the Lebanese government, they're not happy that we got these images, and because that's what's happening there every day, and they're not proud of it. But it's they say like, yeah, we're tied down, we cannot do anything about it. But I won't get into that. But you find, so that's the way you
with
find
community schools to link with local community projects as well. That maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So for the person who asked this question, try to find the way to the children you are working for and work with them. Realize like, all right, what I'm doing, how does that affect them, and how do they look at that? And the difference is, I was thinking about that. If you tell your child, for example, all right, you go to bed at 9 because I think 9 is the best time to go to bed, that's something different than discussing with your child, all right, what do you think is a good bedtime? And you discuss it, and then the outcome will be 9 o'clock. No, but that's something totally different. That's something totally different. So if you do it in an open discussion, and also for teachers, if you, you know what I mean. All right.
Okay. My child's school says that they can only include the views of children in 5th and 6th class. So that's the 11 or 12-year-olds. What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely nonsense. Yeah. Yeah, no, of course, the older children get, the better they can articulate their feelings and their views, and but also like 4-year-olds, they can really in their way, and for example, they have the drawings, and so they express themselves in a different way. But it's not that they're the younger they get, the more stupid they get. Sometimes I get the impression that that's the adult view, but that's not true. They just have a different way of expressing themselves.
Okay. My children regularly accuse me of not listening to them. I believe I do listen. What am I doing wrong?
Well, obviously something is going wrong there. No, if you have the feeling that you listen, but your children have the feeling you don't listen, then it's a communication thing. And ask them. Ask them. All right, I have the feeling that I do listen. You have the feeling that I don't listen. How do we? Yeah.
Okay. According to a UNICEF report, Dutch children are the happiest in the world. What's your opinion on this? What are the Dutch doing right, and what can we learn from them?
Yeah, but that's it's UNICEF. Did I say that out loud? They're doing amazing work, but they're really like a governmental organization, so they have the difficulty. And researchers like that, yeah. It's always, but Dutch children are really happy, and one of the reasons is that, but that's also happening here when I listen to you, that they're really taking more and more into account. We have a lot of children's mayors, for example, children councils in governmental organizations, in I would say NGOs, in all kinds of at schools. So that's the way, yeah, Holland is a happy country. It's a safe country. It's so in that way, it's a good country to grow up as a child. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And just the last question, because we are running out of time. This person has said "Welcome to Ireland" in Dutch, which I'm not even going to try and.
Ja, welkom in Ierland. Ja, heel goed.
Okay.
Yeah.
As well as being a parent, I'm a child support worker with Focus Island. How can I encourage the families I work with to listen to their children and ask their opinion? How can we help change the culture of children should be seen and not heard? So Focus Island works with families who are homeless. Yeah.
It's don't make it too big. If we all do our thing in our own world, and if it's the home situation or the school situation or your work situation, if you realize, like, all right, if I'm doing something for children, I have to do it with them as well. And if you all do that in your own little way, I think then all together we can make a big step. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't just like me quit your job like that and do not a good. You can, but in your own way, stick to your feeling. If you feel like, all right, this is not right, or things are not okay. And I was just this. I don't know if you heard it because my microphone was still open. Sorry for that. But we were discussing it upstairs, and I have the little video.
You.
Yeah, it was me. It was me. It was me. I was getting some fresh air, and then we started discussing, and so I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was me. Yeah, I confess. But there's this little video where two children, boy and a girl, they have to do the same thing. They have to put balls in a glass, and then they say, all right, well done. Now here's your reward. And then the girl gets like this much of candy, and the boy gets like at least 1.5 more. And then you see the children look like, but that we did the same thing, and I get more and she get less, but that's not right. And then the answer is, yeah, but that's what's happening in real life as well. And then the children say, yeah, but that's not right. And then the boy starts giving to the girl, and they say, all right, now it's equal. And why, if children can do that, we cannot do that? So if we all stick to that feeling, when you feel like, all right, something is not right, or something is, do whatever you can to make it right, and to stick to your guts, because children do that, and yeah. And that's why I say it will really make this world a better place. Yeah.
Okay, so I suppose, thank you very much, Tako, for all of what you... And a fabulous way to end. So thank you.